Once again, it's just me, Liam, tonight. Hunter couldn't make it. He had to do some stuff. Let me check real quick, though, and make sure he's not in the Discord. Hope everyone's having a great day. Nope. It is July 17th. This is via Northeast Ohio Sports Show, episode 19. It is Thursday, like I said, July 7th. So our funny topic real quick we'll go into. I hope everyone's having a great week. We have one more day until Friday. Drop a like if you're enjoying, even if you're watching the video on demand. And please share on social medias, even the video on demand link I post. Those links I post for every show, you could keep reposting that. It's for the live link and the video on demand link. They're all the same thing. So that's really nice. This hat's messing up my hair. We'll first go into our not so funny, or funny topic, which is Kelsey chaos on the green. The NFL brothers dropped the mic at Celebrity Golf. Travis and Jason Kelsey turned the Celebrity Golf Tournament into a comedy showcase with the sibling banter and the crowd in stitches. At the American Century Championship in Lake Tahoe, beautiful. July 7th, Kelsey brothers weren't just playing golf, they were stealing the show. Jason and Travis Kelsey tease each other throughout playing, delivering a standalone zero-star walk-on intro that quickly went viral online. It's funny because, like, they kind of always have that sibling rivalry. They're funny with it. They have their own podcasts of their own. Good nature, they're kind of both funny. Ed Kelsey joined with fun. So that's good. There's a lot of stuff online about it. Since they're golfing and trash talk, that's funny. I kind of also like watching shows where golfers would just trash talk. Like, it was a little bit funny. Like, sometimes it'll be two guys just talking. Travis was Jason Tayson about his walk-on status. Is kind of why they did it. So it's good. And then we're going to go into the F1 standings. Currently, after Great Britain, once again, I said this last week, because they're still on break, Oscar Piastri is in first with 234. Lando Norris in second, 8 points behind at 226. Max Verstappen in third at 165. George Russell in fourth at 147. He is currently 18 points away from Max, which if Max crashes one race, that would help him. George only got 1 point the last race. Max got 10. Charles Leclerc 5th, 119. Lewis Hamilton 6th, 103. 16 away from Charles. Kimi Antonelli at 63. Mucat. Alexander Albon in 8th. Nico Hulkenberg in 9th. Esteban Ocon in 10th. For constructors, we have McLaren in first with 460, stealing the show. We have Ferrari in second with 225. Look at that Mucat biting my freaking... Okay, Mike, sorry about that, guys. 222, sorry, is what Ferrari has. Mercedes has 210, they're 12 away from Ferrari. Red Bull's in fourth at 172, they're pretty behind. That's what... 38 points away. Williams in 5th, Sauber in 6th, Racing Bulls in 7th, Aston Martin in 8th, having a horrible year, kind of making that Williams in 5th and Sauber in 6th is crazy. Haas in 9th, Alpine in 10th, they're having a bad year. You okay, Mucat? You okay, Mucat? Mucat's okay, he's like her pets. Brown's training camp will be at the end of the month, so that'll be good to see. First, we're going to a NASCAR NASCAR recap, which was last Sunday at Sonoma Raceway. The winner was Shane Van Gisbergen, clinched the third straight road course win, truly establishing himself as the current king of the curves in the road courses, SVG in NASCAR, which is interesting to see. I kind of like it that there's certain people that are good in certain courses in NASCAR. Guys good in ovals, guys good in road courses. IndyCar is the same thing with Alex Palou being pretty decent at road courses, or Kyle Kirkwood for Andretti, pretty good. Chase Elliott, known for his road course prowess, secured another top finish, continuing a streak of 20 consecutive top 20s. Carson Hocevar Yeah, Hunter can't make it. He's messaged me. Was spun late in the race by Josh Berry, ruining his start at a top 10. William Byron sits atop the standings with 632 points, followed closely by Kyle Larson at 613 and Chase Elliott at 619. Kyle Larson also tries an IndyCar. It'd be cool if he actually won a championship. I think he's won one before, but he hasn't won one recently. Because as far as like Logano and then Blaney. Eric Jones, Jane Smith, and Michael Dow trail by 20 to 40 points, but still remain strong in playoff contention. SVG has a hot streak right now for, of course, Dynasty leading the charge after Sonoma. NASCAR's new in-season challenge adds drama this weekend at Dover marks the Final Four. John Hunter, Nemechek, Ty Dillon, Ty Gibbs, and Tyler Reddick, compete in a Brassic-style tournament with a $1 million prize. That's pretty cool. Next up, Dover Motor Speedway, known as the Monster Mile. Dover is tough on drivers. Expect high-speed brake, banking, tire wear, and intense side-by-sides. Some in-season challenges and matchups between John Nemechek and Ty Dillon. Aims to build momentum after ending out Eric Jones. The winner will face Ty Gibbs, Tyler Reddick in the next round. SVG's dominance, can anyone really stop him on these high-speed ovals? Maybe. But there are some good oval racers, like we've seen in the past with Logano, Kyle Larson, and Ryan Blaney, of course. Playoff picture will Byron Slim lead hold through Dover, with money on the line, but in-season bracket has tension and strategy to every turn. I'd be going off on that to get the car. You can buy a car for that $1 million. So right now, if we're actually looking at the playoff bracket cutoff, it starts at rank 16. So I'm actually going to go for 16 to 1. And it will be Bubba Wallace in 16, which is cool to see. I love me some Bubba. I also love Alex Bowman. Drives for a new 48 car, even though it's not associated with Lowe's anymore. 48 still 48, Jimmy Johnson to me. Chris Boucher, Tyler Reddick, Josh Berry, Austin Cindric, Joey Logano, Ross Chastain. Chase Briscoe, Ryan Blaney in 7th. Chase Elliott 6th, William Byron 5th. SVG in 4th, Kristen Bone 3rd, Denny Hamlin 2nd, Kyle Larson 1st. Now, I'm going to give like a little bit that aren't making it, but just for some time if a playoff cutoff. Ryan Pierce, Kyle Busch, AJ Allmendinger, Ty Gibbs, Eric Jones, Michael McDowell, John Nemechek, Ricky Stenhouse, Hoover, Stan Smith, Brett Keselowski, Austin Dillon, Daniel Suarez. So really, and like after that, it gets not too many big names. So IndyCar, we had the back-to-back last week. The first winner was Pato O'Ward. I should be wearing his hat. I am not. Dang. I'm going to go grab it real quick. I got time. Quick minute break. Man, I kicked something. Oh, my G-Shock. So I was going back-to-back with my Pato O'Ward hat. I had to grab it. He won the first race. Pato O'Ward and Axe Pillow go wheel-to-wheel in Toronto races. We'll break down the drama standings of what's coming up this weekend in Toronto. Actually, tomorrow it starts. Race recap for Iowa Speedway, the doubleheader. It's a very short oval. Pato O'Ward claimed a milestone in his 8th career win in his first of a 2025 season. Good to see him. Good to see Chevy finally get a win, bow tie or no tie, on his 100th IndyCar start. So that's also cool to see. He won in his 50th start and his 100th. Something about the milestones help him out. Hopefully 150, maybe 125 would be nice. But he also needs to be winning a little bit more than this every 25 races. That won't help. Teammates Joseph Newgarden and Will Power had strong days, but several yellow flags and pit stop shakeups made it a strategic chess match. That was for race 1. Race 2 for Sunday. Winner was Alex Palou, dominated Resort Oval, securing his 7th win of the season, getting another oval win. He led late after Penske advisories McLaughlin and Power faced troubles, and well-timed caution aided his surge. Championship standings: Palou's Iowa sweep. He got second, and extends his dominance to a staggering 129. He got second on the first race, a 29-point lead over Award. Scott Dixon remained third, trailing Award by an additional 43 points. So there's some good leads there, but yeah, Palou is just going off. Further back are Kyle Kirkwood, who's won this year. Scott Dixon also once again won in Mid-Ohio. Christian Lundgaard, who hasn't won this year, but been staying good, rounding off the playoff contenders. Also playoffs in Indy. Ward's miles off a wins added to the championship chase, but he's not going to get Palou. It's just good to see him get second because Palou's going off. Palou's perfect Iowa weekend and great points, second and first, on an oval he historically struggled with, confirms his evolution of versatility. Has done too good on the road courses this year. That's kind of been his dominance before. But he'll probably get back into that, and maybe next year he's just going to be crazy. But maybe do go to F1 and let the IndyCar racers drive, because there should be a very competitive season if Palou wasn't in there, and that's hard to say. He's allowed to get his wins, but after a while, maybe go in F2 or even F1 if they allow him. I would actually really love to see Cadillac have maybe Sergio Perez and Alex Palou. If Sainz is available, get him for Cadillac F1. If there's also other people or Americans are talking about, I would rather have Palou than Colton Herta, but since Andretti is tied for the Cadillac F1 team, it's pretty true. If they're going to go American IndyCar drivers, it'll probably be Colton Herta. So that would be interesting. But without that, they'll be pretty close in points, which would be good to see. Penske's wobble, mechanical issues for Power and McLaughlin opted away for Palou's surge. Chip Ganassi is just having a great year. A great couple years. And since Penske fired a lot of guys after IndyCar, for Indy 500 this year, after the cheating scandal, those guys left and went to McLaren. They also went to places like Chip Ganassi. Next up are the Toronto street courses on July 20th. The action moves from ovals to a tight, twisty street circuit in the Honda Dealers Indy Toronto. That's a horrible name. Honda Dealers Indy Toronto. It really should be for Toronto Honda Dealers Indy Grand Prix. Predictions, and that's long, but you're calling it Honda Dealers in Toronto name. Palou looks to maintain his momentum, but Award and Dixon will be gunning to close the gap. Toronto favors drivers with sharp overtaking skills like Ricciardo, Dixon, and perhaps even newcomer threats. And it's also, like we said, Cal Kirkwood's good at the street courses, and even sometimes Pat O'Ward. Drivers to watch O'Ward. He's got the feel for street tracks and wants redemption after Palou's dominance. Palou is nearly unstoppable, where he reached a landmark 10-win season. The twin wins deepen Palou's lead, but Toronto's street circuit could be a turning point. Penske's hiccups leave the door slightly open and anticipate aggressive strategy next weekend, but that might mess up their engines. We kind of already talked about the standings. We already went over British Grand Prix. That's below us. Next week, because F1 will be back, we'll actually have the Belgian Grand Prix below us. But I'll talk a little bit about Belgian Grand Prix here in a second. So next weekend, the F1 Circus lands at Spa-Francorchamps, the legendary Belgian Grand Prix venue. With McLaren's dominance taken and unpredictable weather lurking, Spa always delivers drama. It rains a lot in Spa. Let's break down what to watch coming up. So for track highlights and like weather watch, Spa is for longest circuit at 7 kilometers with an iconic high-speed corners, Elan Rouge, right on, Les Combs, Blair Vermont, and the bus stops are Kane. I probably said half of it was not right, but I'm not Belgian or French, so. Weather is notoriously fickle. Sunny in one sector, drenched in another, which has happened before because it's so big, it's in the woods. Belgium just has that bipolar weather where a storm front can come in on one side and off the other, which is crazy. Rain shifts for the weekend pretty fast too, so it always is good strategy. If we have a no rain weekend, that's always fun. It's a beautiful one. Everyone loves Spa. I love Spa playing it on video games. It's worth it, and it's a great course. Championship context and grid to watch with McLaren leads the standings. Oscar Piastri at 234, like I said, Norris 226, and Max Verstappen closing impressively at third at 173. McLaren showed the wet rubber chops at Silverstone. Piastri posted a sublime performance in the rain, and shows that he's maturing in a proper way. He is, once again, mentioned by Mark Webber, who was a good rain driver. Verstappen calls Spa his spiritual home, and it could spark a comeback on his home away from home. Hopefully, it's not a British Grand Prix thing, where if it's raining in qualifications or not, you're going to rain in the race. He has low downforce. People do like low downforce here. You could pull it off. And I would help him win, because his car is not at the top right now. But how other people are driving, I don't think he's going to win. McLaren road test, and Piastri and Norris continue to aero dominance through a fast-flowing layout of Spa. And maybe Verstappen has a resurgence with Spa holding magic, except Red Bull to bring the best if whoever returns. Hopefully, if they can. They didn't last week, and people got fired. Last race, Hamilton and Red Ferrari may unleash strategic surprises with new signed Lewis. They have a new rear suspension and new floor. Friday's 14-lap sprint will bring action too and drama, which is great to see. I'm excited for that. I love the sprint races in F1 because you get 2 races in one weekend. You get 2 qualifications in one weekend. Like I said, it's 14 laps for a sprint. Normally it would be like 28. It's such a long lap. It's like a huge course. The strategic factors of tire choices and pit timing, especially if weather, will be critical. Teams must adapt for what track changes. Suspension setup matters. McLaren's front end grip in mixed conditions gives them the edge. Of Spa's long lap heightens cost of mistakes. Quality errors punish hard because it's a long lap. You have to be perfect everywhere if you want for the best time of qualifications. Spa is a pilgrimage for trackside fans. They expect about 380,000 cheering from the grandstands, which is crazy. But Friday for Thursday schedule was FP1, Sprint Quali, Sprint on Saturday. So before that was Friday. Then on Saturday also is the final qualifications with a Grand Prix being at Sunday at 3 p.m. local time. And I bet if I looked it up on my phone, I could find out what time it'll be around here, because the F1 app is nice and lets me know local time. So once again, Spa will be July 25th through 27th. They have F1, F2, F3, and the Porsche races going on. The race is at 9 a.m. here in America, so not bad. Personally, I think Piastri will lead and Verstappen might not have a good week. If Ferrari's driving well, Lewis is good at Spa, Charles has been good at Spa, so it might be like Oscar, Lando, or Lando, Oscar, Lewis, Charles, and Max. In my personal opinion. Appreciate you guys going with the F1. Once again, we had the All-Star game, actually Tuesday, and let's check who won that. Because I didn't watch it. For winners was the NO All-Stars. They won 7-6. In 9 innings, they got the AL tried coming back with 2 runs in the 9th, but didn't get there. And I watched a little bit of the Home Run Derby. And it was for the Mariners, Carl Raleigh not mistaken. Yeah. Runner-up, Junior Calamino for the Rays. Once again, the Guardians will be back this Friday playing the Athletics at home, which is cool, at 7:10. 7:10 on Saturday, 1:40 on Sunday. Then we play the Orioles next week. Beginning of the week, Kansas City end of the week, then Rockies to close out the month. That is it for me. Let me see real quick. Let me give predictions on this, actually. I think, what are the Athletics? It doesn't say on here. Sorry for swearing. I'm going to check ESPN. Because I like using the Guardians calendar. But you don't really get to see scores. They don't tell you scores of your team. So I'm going to check this calendar right now. So the Athletics are 41 and 57. Guardians are currently 46 and 49. I think we will actually beat them pretty well. The odds have us. They have, if your Athletics at 110, plus 110, Cleveland 190. Sorry, minus 130, total 8.5. And then the Orioles are 43 and 52. So I think they'll actually win a couple on us. We played them 4 times, so if we could split them, that'd be great. Kansas City currently has one more win than us and one more loss. So that might be harder. I think, once again, we might split. We're in Kansas City for that one. So we might lose 2 out of 3. Then we're at home against the Rockies, who are currently 22 and 74. We should be able to destroy the Rockies at the end of the month at home. And that'll be great to see. So, once again, like I said, I think I already gave my predictions for IndyCar, which was not really, though. So, for Toronto, I actually think my IndyCar predictions, and we're kind of going back to IndyCar, sorry about that. I forgot to give predictions about Indy. I say Kyle Kirkwood and Andretti Global gets a win, and then Pelot Award. But it'll probably be Pelot, Kirkwood Award, and maybe not even award. So, I hope everyone had a great Thursday. Once again, if you liked the show, drop a like, subscribe so you can stay up to date to all of our live shows. We'll be having Healthy Life. Sorry if I keep saying probably Thursday night. Sunday night. And then we'll also be having our news show this Monday. We have it every Monday at this same time like this show, 8:30. We'll probably be having the Healthy Living show at 9 because I have Unfair Sunday from the morning to 7. So if everyone's having a great night, hope everyone has a great Friday. It's just one more day and then we got the weekend. Big Fat Moo says bye. I'm going to give her Moo pet that she likes to play with. And she got it. So hope you guys enjoyed seeing Moo. She was being on the camera today, so that's always cute. She don't always like being on the camera. She didn't like that because I could move her. I was scratching her. That was weird. She's on the table. Once again, we'll probably have Hunter on the next show. Right before Browns training camp, we could talk about that. Right before Belgium, I could be talking about that. If you guys have any input, please drop a comment. Even on the VODs, I get notifications and I'll give input and messages back. Same with our news show. For week ahead that I have with my friend Tommy. I hope everyone's enjoyed the Northeast Ohio Sports Show. Once again, above us, we have Summer League, PGA Tour to our left with the Open right now. I don't even know who that is in the first. Jay Olson. So, hope you enjoy the scores. British Grand Prix below us, which will be changing next week. Sorry you can't see me when I back up like that. I don't like being that close to my TV, my monitor. But I wonder if it doesn't for white hat. It might not like for white hat. For colors. Hope everyone has a great night and Friday. Bye everyone.